In Rome, 72 AD, Emperor Vespasian surveys the ruins of Nero's Domus Aurea, a vision of a new Rome forming in his eyes. Beside him, Haterius, his architect, listens intently as Vespasian gestures grandly, his intent clear against the skyline. Vespasian envisions a public arena rising from the ashes of imperial excess, a symbol of his commitment to the people. "We build here, Haterius," Vespasian declares, his voice echoing with authority and purpose. "Not a palace for one, but a gift for all," he proclaims, his words carrying the weight of his ambition. "An amphitheater for the people," Vespasian finalizes, solidifying his legacy in stone and spectacle. Amidst the bustling construction site, workers skillfully extract travertine blocks from Tivoli's quarries. Wooden cranes lift the massive blocks, placing them with precision on the Colosseum site. Haterius gestures emphatically, guiding his engineers on vaulted concrete substructures. Haterius explains, "The weight must flow down through the arches. It is a mountain designed to be hollow," Haterius proclaims, overseeing the grand design. Deep beneath the arena, slaves carve a labyrinth, their sweat mingling with the dust of rising chambers. Holy systems are installed, promising spectacular ascents from the dark abyss. Haterius observes, his eyes gleaming with ambition and dark ingenuity. "Beneath the sand, we build the engine room," he declares, envisioning the arena's hellish spectacle. A sea of Roman faces fills the Colosseum, anticipation building to a fever pitch under the bright inauguration day sun. Emperor Titus, regal and composed, raises his hand, a gesture that commands the attention of the vast crowd. With a dramatic flourish, Titus signals the start of the games, unleashing a wave of excitement and expectation. The arena floor floods, transforming into a vast naval battleground before the astonished eyes of the masses. A feat of Roman engineering unfolds, turning the sandy ground into a shimmering lake ready for war. The crowd roars, a deafening wave of bloodlust crashing against the ancient stones as the naval battle begins. Deep in the hypogeum, a slave strains, muscles screaming as he turns the capstan. A wooden elevator creaks upwards, ascending through the darkness towards the light. Confined within the cage, a lion snarls, its eyes blazing with primal fury. The platform rises, carrying its snarling cargo towards the roaring Colosseum above. The deafening roar of the crowd permeates the stone, promising blood and spectacle. Dawn breaks in the cell as Verus kneels on the cold stone, lips moving in silent prayer, a warrior's plea echoing in the dimness. The iron door creaks open, light flooding the cell, revealing two guards who gesture for Verus to rise and face his fate. March down a dimly lit corridor. The sounds of shouting and clanging metal grow, a prelude to the brutal spectacle ahead. The hypogeum, a vast, echoing chamber beneath the arena, filled with gladiators preparing for a dance of death. Sweat and blood permeate the air as Verus is shoved a blunt sword, its cold, heavy weight a stark reminder of his purpose. "Entertain them, barbarian. It's all you have left." The guard sneers, sealing Verus's grim destiny in the arena. Blinded by the arena's harsh glare, Verus faces his formidable opponent, the deafening roar of the crowd pressing in. Steel clashes on steel in a deadly dance, each movement a step closer to destiny or demise. The gladiator's weapon clatters on the blood-soaked sand, echoing Verus's faltering hope. Desperation etches across Verus's face as he seeks Titus's gaze, pleading for a flicker of mercy. Titus's cold, unwavering expression seals Verus's fate with a single, decisive thumbs down. Verus collapses, his lifeblood staining the sand as the crowd erupts, a grim spectacle unfolding. Under the blazing sun, sailors heave, their muscles straining as they wrestle with ropes, battling to unfurl the velarium over the Colosseum. The massive canvas awning slowly spreads, offering respite from the sun's harsh glare, a shield against the day's brutal events. An imperial official oversees the operation, his fine robes a stark contrast to the rough-spun tunics of the laborers. He declares the day's grim schedule: morning, beast hunts; noon, executions; afternoon, gladiatorial duels. Silence blankets the Colosseum, a haunting echo of its past grandeur, now scarred by time and neglect. The flooded hypogeum mirrors the somber sky, a watery grave reflecting lost spectacles of blood and glory. Papal architects methodically dismantle the ancient stones, feeding the insatiable maw of St. Peter's Basilica. Driven by avarice, Roman nobles pilfer clamps, each theft a silent hammer blow against the Colosseum's might. A sudden tremor, the earth groans as the weakened south side buckles under its own immense weight. Dust billows as a landslide consumes part of the Colosseum, The mighty Colosseum crumbles, an era ends. In 1675, Fr. Benedetto plants crosses around the Colosseum's perimeter, his face a mask of unwavering resolve. The ancient arena looms, a silent witness to centuries of history, now facing a spiritual reclamation. Here, martyrs' blood sanctified this ground, Fra Benedetto declares, his voice echoing in the vast space. We reclaim it from demons, we consecrate it to Christ. He continues, the crosses standing as symbols of faith. It is no longer an amphitheater, it is a sacred relic of suffering, he proclaims, marking a profound transformation. Giuseppe Valadier stands before the Colosseum, his gaze fixed on the ancient ruin. He envisions a plan to stabilize the structure, a blend of preservation and innovation. We do not rebuild the dead, he declares, his voice echoing in the arena. We must show the wound and the suture. He plans a buttress of red brick. Dawn breaks over the Colosseum as Dr. Rea and the engineer walk through the ancient arena, their figures small against the immense backdrop. They examine the sensors embedded in the stone, their breath misting in the cool air, each lost in thought. Dr. Rea runs a gloved hand over the weathered stone, feeling the weight of centuries beneath her fingertips. Vespasian's engineers built it to move, to flex, she says, her voice echoing in the empty space. But 2,000 years of subway vibrations, a load they never calculated for. The engineer nods, his gaze sweeping over the vast structure, silently acknowledging the immense challenge. Sunlight streams into the restored hypogeum, illuminating tourists as they wander through the ancient labyrinth. Footsteps echo softly against the stone, a symphony of past and present mingling in the cool air. Intricate carvings adorn the walls, whispering tales of a forgotten time, now brought back to life. Narration: the hypogeum was the true genius. It turned the spectacle into theater. Narration: but for 1,500 years after the fall of Rome, it was completely buried, forgotten. Bathed in light, the Colosseum stands, an ancient monolith piercing the night. The camera descends into the hypogeum, the hidden network beneath the arena. Ascending again, the camera traces the tiers of seats, a silent witness to history. Dr. Rea Vo's voice echoes. It was a machine for controlling 50,000 people. Bathed in cool floodlights, the Colosseum's ancient stones rise against the vast, star-dotted night sky. The air hangs still, thick with the scent of history and damp earth. Under the silent gaze of the cosmos, Dr. Rea's voice echoes through the arena, a question hanging in the air amidst the ruins. A masterpiece of concrete, stone, and hydraulics, she proclaims, her words painting vivid images. Her gaze sweeps across the Colosseum, a silent challenge to its brutal past. A slaughterhouse, a quarry. What does our greatest engineering serve? Our brutality or our civilization? Dr. Rea asks, her voice ringing with defiance. Under the cloak of night, the Colosseum looms, an ancient titan amidst the modern sprawl of Rome. Words materialize. Ghosts of history. Built in just 8 years, the superimposed text continues. Held 50,000 to 80,000 spectators. Echoes of carnage resonate. An estimated 500,000 people and over 1 million animals died within its walls. The grim revelation concludes. It remains the largest amphitheater ever built. As the scene fades to black,